It would be awful to have to say goodbye to someone you care about in a way that hurts so much. Star LisaRaye McCoy, who was known for having a strong personality and crying as she said goodbye to her only daughter, who was the most important person in her life. Everyone was shocked by how emotional this moment was, and fans are still wondering what made that person make such a sad choice. Don't miss out on the raw feelings, the truth behind the scenes, and the untold story of LisaRaye McCoy's sad goodbye to her daughter. People have always been interested in LisaRaye McCoy because her name is linked to power, resilience, and a fierce sense of independence. LisaRaye has had a life that many people can only dream of. From her hit part in The Players Club to her continued influence in Hollywood, she has done amazing things. But LisaRaye was crying behind the cameras as she said goodbye to someone she loved deeply. It was a very personal and emotional moment. Lisa is 57 years old and has been through a lot, but nothing could have her ready for this. People often say that a mother's love for her daughter can't be broken. But what happens when things push that love to the edge? Why did LisaRaye say goodbye to her only daughter when she was so weak and upset? The story of LisaRaye's sad goodbye will be told in great detail in this film. What led to this moment, how she felt when she wrote her last message, and what this means for her future. We'll also talk about how this event played out in public and how it has changed LisaRaye's relationship with her daughter. Stay with us. By the end of this video, you'll know everything that happened that made LisaRaye McCoy's breakup so sad. LisaRaye McCoy is a name that a lot of people know. She is known for being strong and sure of herself. From her early days in Hollywood to her rise to become a powerful independent figure. We're not going to talk about her glitz and glitter today, though. We're going to talk about a very private part of her life that many of her fans may not have seen coming. LisaRaye recently broke down in tears as she said goodbye to her only daughter, Kai Mireille. This wasn't just any goodbye, it shocked fans and the media alike. Few people knew what was going on behind the scenes at this moment of weakness. We need to look back at the special bond LisaRaye has with her daughter to understand why this goodbye was so painful. LisaRaye has been open about her love and devotion to Kai for years, sharing sweet photos and videos of their close relationship on social media all the time. Then again, many of us know that even the tightest bonds can have problems. LisaRaye's time as a mom has been anything but normal. Her job in Hollywood and her responsibilities as a mom made it hard for her to raise Kai by herself. Even when things went badly, LisaRaye always thought about what was best for her daughter. Still, like many parents, she wanted the best for her child and had to deal with the normal growing pains that come with seeing them become their own person. That's where the story changes. Kai is an adult now, and she has her own life, hopes, and plans. Aside from modeling, she's also become an entrepreneur and a growing star in her own right. But their relationship was hurt by more than just her becoming more independent. Realizing that their relationship wasn't changing the way LisaRaye had planned was what drove her. There's something very emotional about seeing your child grow up and become their own person. Being proud of what they've done while also missing the little kid they used to be is a mixed feeling. In fact, LisaRaye was feeling that way as she said her sad goodbye. The tears that were falling weren't just saying goodbye, they were the result of years of love, sacrifice, and the changes that happen naturally as time goes on. LisaRaye's emotional outburst showed how complicated parenting can be, especially when you feel like the world is taking away a piece of your heart. What exactly led to this moment, though? What happened that made LisaRaye say goodbye in such a powerful way? Could this have been more than just a goodbye? We'll look into the reasons behind this sad goodbye in more detail and find some of the facts that are hidden behind it. To fully understand why LisaRaye's farewell to her daughter was so sad, we need to look more closely at the path that has shaped their relationship. LisaRaye has seen a lot in her 57 years. The glitz of Hollywood, the pain of being a single mom, the battles of fame, and the beauty of love that doesn't depend on anything. LisaRaye's main goal has always been to be a good mother. Even though she has a well-known job, her love for Kai has been her rock and her drive. LisaRaye has said many times that her daughter is the best thing she has ever done. This deep love and loyalty to her only child is the most important thing to someone whose life has been constantly watched by the public. But things haven't been easy all the time. LisaRaye had the problems that every mother does, but she had extra problems because she was a single mom. LisaRaye had a busy job in Hollywood and had to make sure her daughter had a solid and loving home life, while also dealing with the stresses of being famous. During some times she had to deal with abuse, her own inner demons, and even problems in her relationships. Even with everything going on, she made sure Kai was her main focus. There are, however, some tough things about having a child in the public eye. Kai was in the public eye from a very young age because she is the daughter of a famous person. Being famous has made a lot of kids act out or avoid attention, but Kai has managed it all with poise and grace. As a model, influencer, and businessman, she's made her own way in the world. But as Kai got bigger and more independent, things started to change between her mother and daughter. There was an unavoidable change that all mothers go through, letting go. LisaRaye felt a lot of different things at that moment. She was proud of all that Kai had done, but she also felt sad as her daughter went out into the world and made her own way. It's easy for many parents to understand this change, but for LisaRaye it was worse because everyone was watching. Because she was a public figure and a single mom, these changes were even harder to make. Kai's business began to take off, and she started to work and travel on her own. LisaRaye had trouble with the idea that her daughter was no longer her own in the same way. There have been tough times for LisaRaye as a mother before. She has had to deal with bad relationships, public fights, and personal problems, all while being there for her daughter. She has talked in the past about the problems in her marriage and how they affected how she raised her children. In spite of all of these problems, LisaRaye has always been a strong guardian of her daughter, putting her safety first. But like every mother, there comes a time when you have to let your child go into the world. The truth is that Kai is becoming more and more independent as her job grows, which is what every parent wants for their child. But for LisaRaye, it doesn't get any better. Seeing LisaRaye say goodbye with tears in her eyes isn't just about a mother seeing her daughter go. It's the result of years of watching her become a strong, successful woman while being raised and helped. Even with love and pride, it hurts to let go. But there's still one question: what was the turning point that made this intense moment stand out? Was there more than just saying goodbye? What else does LisaRaye not want to say? And how does she really feel right now? A mother and daughter saying goodbye with tears in their eyes was not the only thing going on. This wasn't just another time in LisaRaye and Kai's lives. This was the end result of years of struggles, victories, and changes. At age 57, LisaRaye had to say goodbye to her daughter. It was a sad moment that made her realize how bittersweet motherhood can be. LisaRaye's goodbye words showed how she really felt, without any editing. There was more to her goodbye than just a kid going off to start a new part of her life. She was giving up a part of herself. Lisa said that it was hard for her to see Kai leave in a public statement. She couldn't help but feel a huge amount of pride at the same time. She knew that the woman her daughter had become showed how much love, power, and knowledge she had given her. People have seen LisaRaye grow as a woman over the years. She has been through the highs and lows of fame, relationships, and personal problems. But one thing that has never changed in her life is how much she loves Kai. Even during the worst times, they have always had a strong bond. But now that Kai is starting her own journey, LisaRaye has to face the truth of having to let go. Even though it may feel like the end of an era, this is the start of a new one for both of them. Kai has made a name for herself as a model, promoter, and business owner, without relying on her mother's fame. She is making her own way, following her dreams, and loving the woman she is becoming. LisaRaye sees this change as not only the end of one part of their relationship, but also the beginning of a new one. People are even more interested in their mother-daughter relationship now that Kai has her own life. But this moment was very personal for LisaRaye, even though it was in the news and on social media. She talked about how much it meant to her to see her daughter grow up into someone who not only shares her values, but also shows the strength and toughness she has worked so hard to teach her. LisaRaye sent Kai a message during their goodbye that was full of love, support, and a strong reminder of how proud she is of the woman Kai has become. LisaRaye has always been there for her daughter, even when things got hard. She is now with her as she starts this new part of her life. When it was time to say goodbye, though, there were more tears than just love. The feelings weren't just about saying goodbye. They also talked about how LisaRaye has changed as a person over the years. She worked hard at her job and took care of her daughter for a long time. Now that she's reached a certain age, she can clearly see what a great mother she was. And that thought gives me a sense of peace and completion. One part of the story hasn't been told all the way though. The one thing LisaRaye hasn't said everything she wants to say. Why is this goodbye making me so sad? What does she not want to say? What does it have to do with the next part of her life? There's more to this story than meets the eye. We'll find out what LisaRaye really feels behind the goodbye in the next part of this emotional trip. We'll also talk about what comes next for her and Kai as they deal with the changes in their relationship. While LisaRaye and her daughter Kai said their sad goodbyes, there was one question that kept coming up. What was it about this goodbye that hurt LisaRaye so much? Even though it was clear she was crying, there was something else going on here. She wasn't ready to tell everyone about this secret truth yet. In this case, only a mother and a daughter can understand and value the truth. LisaRaye said her sad goodbye by talking about how important family is and the things she did to be there for her daughter. What she didn't say, though, was that she felt a deep sense of loss that went beyond the normal empty nest feeling. She was proud of Kai. Yes, she knew that this moment was going to happen. But there was something more personal about this goodbye. We all know that LisaRaye's life has been in the news for a long time, from her successful Hollywood job to her troubled love life. But her daughter has always been the thing that has held her together through it all. Her job has had its ups and downs, but Kai has been the one thing that has always been there for her. They've been through storms together. Now that Kai is almost ready to start her own trip, LisaRaye has to face a new part of her life, without Kai by her side. But LisaRaye's personal journey is changing, as she says this sad goodbye. Being a mother changes a woman in deep ways. LisaRaye starts to understand that her job as a mother is changing, as she thinks about her own life. When Kai starts living on her own, LisaRaye has to think what's next for her. What does life look like without being so closely tied to her daughter's daily life? This may be the core of LisaRaye's feelings. Not only is the physical separation making her feel bad, but so is the emotional change that comes with it. For all the work she's put into raising Kai, seeing her daughter enter the world on her own makes her feel vulnerable. It's a reminder that life moves on, and your children become their own people, no matter how hard you try to hold on. One more thing LisaRaye hasn't told everyone about this truth is that her relationship with Kai has always been more than just mother and daughter. It's been a partnership. LisaRaye has talked a lot about how Kai's presence has helped her deal with relationship problems and personal problems. She's found strength in her daughter, and in many ways she's relied on Kai as much as Kai has relied on her. But what happens when that relationship starts to change? When the person you've always relied on has to leave the nest and go off on her own? LisaRaye hasn't fully answered this question yet, but she will soon. In the next few weeks we'll go into more detail about what's really going on. What has LisaRaye been keeping from the public? Why is this goodbye so hard for her even after all these years? Is there something the public doesn't fully understand about her relationship with Kai? This was the most important moment in LisaRaye's personal and professional life before she said goodbye to her daughter for good. Kai's departure was more than just a physical separation. It marked the end of a chapter in LisaRaye's life. But as the tears fell and the last words of support and love were spoken, a bigger question hung in the air: what will happen next for LisaRaye McCoy? For years LisaRaye has been known for being a mother. LisaRaye has said that her daughter Kai was the one person who held her together during the worst times. Whether it was her problems with her ex-husbands, her personal heartbreaks, or the ups and downs of her career, Kai was always there.
But now that Kai has flown solo and become her own person, LisaRaye is caught in the middle. LisaRaye cried not only because she was leaving, but also because she didn't know what the future held. Many of us think LisaRaye will just move on with her career and life, but something deeper has changed. This goodbye isn't just the end of an era, it's the beginning of something new and life-changing. It's important to think about what role LisaRaye's journey of self-discovery will play in her life now that the cameras are off. For so long she's been the starlet who graced the silver screen and the world of reality TV. But who is LisaRaye when the cameras are off? Who is she when her role as mother changes to something else? This is where things get interesting. LisaRaye's role in the world is also changing. The emotional weight of saying goodbye to her daughter could lead her to a new phase of self-discovery. Could this be the start of a new chapter where LisaRaye finally puts herself first? Could we see a more vulnerable, introspective side of the woman we've only seen through the lens of fame and motherhood? While LisaRaye may have found it hard to say goodbye emotionally, it may have set the stage for the next part of her life. The part where she faces new challenges and finds out more about herself. The part where she may also open up in ways she has never done before. As LisaRaye says goodbye to her daughter, there's also a hint of a return to love. After all these years, could LisaRaye finally be ready to open her heart to someone new? She's been through a lot of heartbreaks in the past, but could this emotional goodbye be the start of a new romantic chapter? And while LisaRaye's journey seems to be taking an unexpected turn, one thing is for sure. Even though it changes, LisaRaye's story will always start with her relationship with Kai. The bond they share is strong and can't be broken. But one thing will always be the same: LisaRaye's role as a mother will define her. But that's not all, there's still more to come in her life. What will happen next with LisaRaye will truly amaze you. Saying goodbye may have been hard, but it could also be the start of her biggest personal and professional change yet. As we come to the end of this emotional journey with LisaRaye McCoy and her daughter Kai, it's impossible not to be moved by how close they are. Watching LisaRaye say goodbye to her only daughter wasn't just a goodbye, it was a moving moment of self-reflection, in which both mother and daughter, on the verge of a new phase in their lives, realized how much their relationship had changed them. But it wasn't just the tears, it was about LisaRaye's role as a mother, the love, the sacrifice, and the unwavering support. She has been devoted to Kai through all of her heartaches, triumphs, public scrutiny, and private struggles. And while it was painful for LisaRaye to see her daughter leave, this goodbye shows the beauty of motherhood, the strength of a bond that can't be broken, and the strength of a woman ready to take on whatever life throws at her. LisaRaye faces the world every day without her daughter by her side. One thing is for sure: she will continue to change. The lessons she learned from this emotional goodbye will stay with her and push her to take on new challenges, opportunities, and loves. Imagine having to say goodbye to the person you never thought you would see again. LisaRaye McCoy, a star known for her tough attitude and commanding presence, broke down in tears as she said goodbye to her only daughter, the person who meant the most to her. This emotional moment shocked everyone, leaving fans wondering what made her make such a heartbreaking decision. Stay tuned as we reveal the raw emotions, the behind-the-scenes truth, and the untold story of LisaRaye McCoy's tearful goodbye to her daughter. LisaRaye McCoy has always been a big deal. Her name is linked to strength, resilience, and a fierce sense of independence. From her famous role in the Players Club, to her continued influence in Hollywood, LisaRaye has lived a life that many people can only dream of. But behind the cameras, LisaRaye was crying as she said goodbye to someone she loved very much. LisaRaye, who is 57 years old, has been through a lot in her life, but nothing could have prepared her for this moment. A mother's love for her daughter is often shown as unbreakable. But what happens when things push that love to the edge? Why did LisaRaye say goodbye to her only daughter in such a vulnerable emotional state? In this video, we'll go into detail about LisaRaye's emotional farewell, how she felt at the time, what her final message meant, and what this means for her future. Stay with us, and by the end of this video, you'll know everything that happened that led to one of the most emotional times in LisaRaye McCoy's life. LisaRaye McCoy is a name that many people know. She's known for being strong and sure of herself, from her early days in Hollywood to becoming a powerful independent woman. But today we're not going to talk about her fame and fortune. Instead, we're going to talk about a very personal event in her life that many of her fans may not have expected. LisaRaye recently broke down in tears as she said goodbye to her only daughter, Kai Marie. This wasn't just any goodbye. It was a moment of vulnerability that few people knew was happening behind the scenes. To understand why this goodbye was so heartbreaking, we need to look back at the special bond LisaRaye has with her daughter. People have known for years that LisaRaye loves and is devoted to Kai, because she posts sweet pictures and videos of their close relationship on social media. But as we all know, even the strongest relationships have problems. LisaRaye's journey as a mother has been anything but normal. She raised Kai by herself while juggling the demands of Hollywood with her duties as a mother.